The next thing that we are going to discuss with respect to forward rate agreement is basically that how the forward rate agreements are mentioned. If you go to a bank, so the banks usually have these ready-made forward rate agreements available, and they offer you such forward rate agreements. So the forward rate agreements are actually mentioned like this. The forward rate agreements are mentioned like this. For example, there is a forward rate agreement which could be mentioned as 3-5, 7% to 7.8%, or it could also be mentioned as 3V5, 7% to 7.8%. I'm just giving you an example. Now, what exactly do we mean by this? So this would actually means that this forward rate agreement, these are always mentioned in terms of number of months. I'm repeating it again. These are always mentioned in terms of number of months. So what happens is, start from now, and this 3-5 or 3V5 would actually mean that in 3 months time, that means the first event will take place in 3 months time, and the second event will take in 5 months time from now. This 3-5 or 3V5 actually means that the first event will take in 3 months from now, and the second event will take place in 5 months from now. Now, when we talk about this concept, that what do we mean by 3 months from now? What do we mean by 5 months from now? So try to understand this. For example, you will borrow in 3 months for a period of 2 months. That means, for example, if you would borrow in 3 months for 2 months, if you would borrow in 3 months for 2 months, so that is actually going to be considered as a 3-5 FRA. So the FRAs that are given to you when you go to a bank, you are being given multiple types of FRA. So if you are being given multiple types of FRA, you have to pick up the relevant FRA depending upon what type of borrowing, what type of lending you are doing. So I'm just going to explain to you that if you have to borrow in 3 months for a period of 2 months, so the relevant FRA would be 3-5. Why 3-5? Because the first transaction is going to take place in 3 months from now, and the second transaction would take place in 5 months from now. Secondly, whenever the FRAs are quoted, so the rates that are given, the two rates that are given, so remember one thing, that you would always end up in a loss-making position. You would always end up in a loss-making position. So if you would always end up in a loss-making position, so what exactly do we mean by this? We actually mean by this that if you wish to hedge your lending, then 7% is the rate available to you. If you wish to hedge your borrowings, then 7.8 is the rate that is applicable to you. So if you wish to hedge your deposits, it's 7% the applicable rate. If you wish to hedge your borrowings, it's actually the 7.8% which is the applicable rate. So when it comes to lending or borrowing, when it comes to borrowing and lending, so what happens is that the lower rate is the lending rate and the higher rate is the borrowing rate. It's just that you have to understand how to read these FRAs.